Hello friends, this is from our channel. Today we are going to talk about solar power. This is a beginner's guide to installing solar panels. Now solar power is becoming more popular than ever before because it can help you save money on your electricity bill and it is also good for the environment. But did you know that you can actually install solar panels yourself? From planning to installation and safety, we've got you covered. First, figure out how much energy your house needs. You can do this by checking your utility bills and seeing how many kilowatt hours you use per month. Once you know how much energy you need, you can determine the size of the solar panel system you'll need to generate that energy. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn how easy it is to install solar panels like a pro. Here is a step-by-step guide to help you get started. It may seem daunting at first, but with the right information and preparation, you can do it in no time. You can do this by securing them to a roof rack or by attaching them directly to your roof with special mounting hardware. To do this, you'll need to follow the instructions provided with your inverter. Make sure you have a qualified electrician do this part of the installation. If you're mounting them on a roof rack, make sure it's sturdy and can support the weight of the panels. Working with electricity can be dangerous, so take all necessary precautions to protect yourself. Here are some tips to keep in mind. With a little planning and preparation, you can do it yourself and save money on installation costs. If you're attaching them directly to your roof, you lines need to use special mounting hardware designed to hold the weight of the panels securely in place. In this video, we will walk you through everything you need to get started with installing solar panels on your roof. To do this, you'll need to run some wires from each solar panel to the inverter. This is because solar panels only generate electricity when the sun is shining on them. So if you want to use solar power at night, you'll need to install a battery system to store the excess electricity. Be sure to use the correct size and type of wire for this job. Inverters are complex pieces of equipment and if they break down, it can be difficult to diagnose the problem. In this case, it's best to call a qualified electrician to take a look. Wear safety glasses and gloves when handling solar panels and other materials. Have a qualified electrician do the electrical work for you if you're not comfortable doing it yourself. We hope you learned something new and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. First, make sure your panels are in an area where they'll get plenty of direct sunlight. Cheap panels may seem like a good way to save money up front, but they won't last as long and they may not perform as well over time. You can use a solar monitoring system to track your system's performance and identify any issues that need to be addressed. By following these tips, you can ensure that your solar panel system runs smoothly and provides you with years of clean, renewable energy. Investing in quality solar panels and components will pay off in the long run. It allows you to take control of your energy needs and reduce your dependence on fossil fuels. With careful planning, preparation, and installation, you can enjoy the many benefits of solar power for years to come. Just remember to prioritize safety throughout the process and don't hesitate to ask for help if you need it. If possible, tilt your panels slightly upward at an angle that's equal to your latitude. This will ensure that your panels capture as much sunlight as possible throughout the day. Also, make sure all connections are secure and properly grounded. Planning and preparation. Solar panels convert sunlight into electricity, while the inverter converts the direct current, DC electricity generated by the solar panels, into alternating current, AC electricity that can be used by your appliances. The charge controller regulates the flow of electricity between the solar panels and the batteries, while the batteries store electricity for use when the solar panels aren't generating enough power. Mounting hardware secures all these components together and to your roof. Before you begin installing solar panels, it's important to do your homework. A typical 6 kilowatt system will consist of 6 individual solar panels, an inverter, a charge controller, batteries, and mounting hardware. There are plenty of resources available to help you get the job done right. Once you have all the parts you need, it's time to get to work. But before you start installing anything, make sure you check with your local building department to see if you need a permit. If your panels aren't producing enough power, check to see if they're getting enough sunlight. If they're shaded by trees or buildings, try moving them to a location where they'll get more direct sunlight. You can also check the wiring to see if there are any loose connections or damaged wires. If you find any problems, be sure to fix them right away. You should also hire a qualified electrician to do the electrical work for you. Installation. Installing solar panels is not as difficult as it may seem. First, you need to mount the solar panels on your roof. Next, you need to connect the solar panels to the inverter. Finally, you need to connect the inverter to the electrical grid and turn on the solar system. As you can see, installing solar panels is not as hard as it may seem. Safety. Safety should always be your top priority when installing solar panels. Always turn off the power at the breaker box before working on any electrical connections. Use insulated tools to avoid electric shock. If you're not sure about any part of the installation process, don't hesitate to ask for help. Troubleshooting. If you experience any problems with your solar panel system, there are a few things you can do to troubleshoot the issue. Another common issue with solar panel systems is that they produce a lot of electricity during peak hours, but then produce very little at night. Finally, if your solar panel system isn't producing any power at all, it could be because the inverter is not working properly. Maximizing efficiency and benefits. There are several things you can do to maximize the efficiency of your solar panel system and make the most of your investment. You should also make sure you're using high-quality solar panels and components. Finally, you should monitor your solar system's output regularly to make sure it's running efficiently. Overall, installing solar panels on your own can be a rewarding experience. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more DIY content.